I started going to USD last year. So I started from the very beginning, actually being part of Hillel.
I've been a part of the Jewish Student Union since my freshman year in 2016, so that's 3 years.
I've been in the club for about a year and a half now.
It's my main connection to the Jewish community on campus here, but also to me it means like the sense of like creating a foundation to allow the Jewish community to be here at USD.
This club means to me a place where Jewish students can find a home away from home, where Jewish students can practice their traditions, the high holidays, find new friends, make connections, and be a part of the greater Jewish community at the University of San Diego.
I think it's important, just the fact that there is a Jewish club in general at any university. At this university, a little more specifically, as a Catholic university, and there's just not a large population of Jews, and it's very easy for Jews to kind of go along with that and forget about their heritage, their religion, what is important, what their parents may want them to be doing, things such as that. So this is a way to collectively come together and still remember at the end of the day who we are.
Is that I'm able to really contribute and help other people feel at home here.
Just meeting new friends and making connections that will go beyond college and a home away from home.
Just the fact that there's Jewish activities on campus. I mean, I specifically grew up in a very Jewish community, so having that kind of sense of home, that sense of kind of the norm, it's comforting and it's fun.
I had like a great aunt who escaped Germany right before the Holocaust happened, so I don't, as far as I know, I don't have any actual relatives who were in the Holocaust.
I do not have any personal connection to the Holocaust, but I have friends and cousins who do.
So I have distant relatives, of course, who were in the Holocaust, and it's not known if they escaped or not. My grandparents were fortunate enough to have immigrated to America before then. Just the way you grew up, the way you're taught about it in the community. I've known many Holocaust survivors. I have friends who are families of Holocaust survivors and such, so it's definitely always kind of in the air.
I'm really happy to hear that there are Holocaust classes here that are being taught at USD. I think that's a really important thing, and so I'm really relieved that USD offers that here. I think that while a lot of people in the US do know about the Holocaust, there's still a lot of people throughout the world that don't, and there's still a lot of people who deny it. I had some friends who went to an APAC conference last week, and people went up to them and told them, like, do you really believe that 6 million Jews died? It's all just a conspiracy, it's all fake. Like, they told them that at the conference, and that was just, that was insane. That was horrifying. So I just think education is probably the most important thing.
Something like 31% of Europeans don't even know that the Holocaust happened. 21% think that the Holocaust is a hoax or has been misinterpreted or the facts aren't completely straight, and then a huge percentage of people just don't care anymore because it's history.
The Holocaust should be taught in schools from a historical perspective, and if any Holocaust survivors can be brought in so they can give their personal experiences. I
think it should never be watered down. I think the facts should stay intact, no matter how gruesome they are, because it's a really uncomfortable topic I think that just growing up with it, understanding it, and never, we have a saying in the Jewish community, in Hebrew it's called Zachor, that means to remember. And so pretty much to never forget, because once you forget things, history can repeat itself and it will repeat itself.
Still very much a part of Jewish history, and it's still a big part of who we are and how we see ourselves today and how we kind of see ourselves integrated into modern society.
It's a constant reminder of why the state of Israel needs to exist, and it's a constant reminder of why the Holocaust needs to be taught, not just to explain to the Jewish people that it should never happen again, but for other ethnic groups and for humanity in general. It's a great lesson of something that shouldn't happen again.
I think that being a Jew is like twofold. It's you're Jew and it's your identity, it's your people, it's your religion. And then again, in fact, there's a twofold. It's a history of persecution. They go hand in hand, especially now with like the state of Israel and the current state of the Jewish people. And it's like there's definitely redemption, but as a part, you don't. For example, like I went to Jewish school like my entire life, and the Holocaust is never something that you don't hear about in terms of just Jewish history, because it's an integral part of Jewish history. In the Jewish community, there's a holiday called Yom HaShoah, which means day of remembrance, and it's there. So there's International Holocaust Day, which it already happened. I think it was in March, and then there's Yom HaShoah, which is specifically in Israel, and it's in April, like late April. It's coming up, and it backs up to Yom HaZikaron, which is also another way of saying Day of Remembrance, like for the fallen.
I know in Israel they actually play a siren, and then whenever the siren goes off, everyone actually just stops no matter what they're doing. If they're driving on the road, they pull over and they just get out of their car and just stand and have like a moment of silence. So I think that's the biggest thing that Jews all over the world do it too.
So there's a prayer for the dead, the Kaddish, and that is sometimes said in honor of them. There's moments of silence. There's Holocaust Remembrance Day week. Those are just kind of to remember those who basically perished for the Jewish people.
The main prayer is for the prayer of the fallen, which is the Kaddish, and that is said. Now, specifically for the Holocaust, it's said whenever somebody dies.